welcome to Lesson 6. In this sixth lesson, we will discuss a delicate issue, the relationship between international humanitarian law. In the previous lessons, we have taken into review the main provisions of international humanitarian law. In this lesson, we will examine the relationship between international humanitarian law and international human rights law. Both human rights law and humanitarian law aim at the protection of the individuals. They have a common objective, this is the protection of the individual, but there are also a number of differences between these two branches of public international law. The first difference relates to their respective origin and developments. Human rights law developed initially at the domestic level, Bill of Rights and other instruments adopted at the domestic level. IHL developed from the very beginning at the international level. There are clear differences when one examines the substantive rules of international humanitarian law. Some rights, some issues are addressed in both branches: right to life, prohibition of torture or of ill treatment, but there are also many issues, many questions that are specifically addressed either in humanitarian law or in human rights treaties. So there are serious or clear differences in terms of substantive rules. When it comes to the systems of implementation of human rights law and humanitarian law, there are also clear differences, although there is a growing complementarity between the two branches. For a number of decades, the two sets of provisions were considered as completely separated. Today, there is a growing consensus on the fact that they should apply jointly, and that's even in the field of their respective implementation. Common mechanisms should be resorted to, and in the reality, this is the case. Organs or organizations that were initially entirely focused on the implementation of human rights law tends to pay attention to violations of humanitarian law, and the same is also true. In the final part of this lesson, you will find a number of resources. First of all, a list of the key human rights instruments, a list of the key rights protected either by human rights law or humanitarian law or by both, and a table which explains their respective field of application. Thank you.